All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're calling for the bell now, and we are getting ready to get underway right here on EWC this week on the Cyberzone, and we've got a big one, to say the least, as JT Anderson steps into the ring against Southern Heavyweight Champion Stephen Dillinger. And don't forget, outside that ring, Mr. D standing there. Ace Carter is still, from a match previously, Ace Carter still trying to make it away from the ring. But this match is underway, and JT Anderson right off the bat taking care of business with Stephen Dillinger. He's out of the ring, trying to catch his composure. Many of you may or may not remember, Stephen Dillinger a few months back entered EWC, and many people for months he had come on the AIWF website on AIWFwrestling.net. He had talked about how he was coming to EWC to take care of business with J.D. Anderson. I mean, he had everybody believing that when he hit EWC, his target was the one and only J.D. Anderson. And the very night he stepped into the EWC ring for the first time in a match, in a tag match as a matter of fact, as J.T. Anderson's partner, he turned on him, and it came to light that J.D. Anderson all along had been in contact with Stephen Dillinger to replace J.T. Anderson in War Incorporated. And now Stephen Dillinger has since then become the Southern Heavyweight Champion, and J.T. Anderson is in there trying to regain that title from the big man. Although when you talk about J.T. Anderson, it's hard to talk about anybody else being a big man. But one thing about J.T. Anderson, he spent years in War Incorporated, so he knows how to play dirty. And he is in there right now with one of the dirtiest players ever to hit EWC, and that's big, gigantic Stephen Dillinger. And these two men lock up. They're like bulls, like Brahma bulls in the middle of the ring. Stephen Dillinger complaining that J.T. Anderson's pulling the hair. I have noticed that since J.T. Anderson has been, I guess you could say, ejected from War Inc., that he has changed his wrestling attire. He's went from the signature pink tights to all black, and believe it or not, J.T. Anderson has the fans on his side. Whoever thought that would happen here in EWC Wrestling? But I tell you, you can also, don't forget, you can watch classic episodes of EWC from right here on AIWFwrestling.net. Just click on the EWC link, and we have a few other classic episodes. But this week on the Cyberzone, we have EWC Wrestling making its return, actually, to the Cyberzone. We have been without some EWC Wrestling for a while for all you Tennessee fans out there, but they are back. They've got us some video, and we're getting things back on track for EWC. And right now, like I said, today, J.T. Anderson and Stephen Dillinger, superstar, the new age superstar, Stephen Dillinger, clashing head-to-head for the Southern Heavyweight title. J.T. Anderson working over the arm of Stephen Dillinger right now. He's twisted it. Big twist on the arm from J.T. Anderson. Powerful man J.T. Anderson is. I'm telling you, and I know that for a fact because I seen him attack a stack of baby back ribs one time, and he showed no mercy at all. But then again, he's in there with a man who can match up to him strength-wise, weight-wise, girth-wise. These two, like I said, these two men are like Brahma bulls, and I think that Stephen Dillinger just come into the match underestimating J.T. Anderson and his capabilities. I think Stephen Dillinger's got a little cocky since becoming that Southern Heavyweight Champion and becoming a new member of War Inc., and he's got Mr. D standing outside. Mr. D, who, as everybody knows, I call him Tim Dolan's darker brother, but I feel like that he thinks as long as he's got Mr. D right outside the ring there, that he has an advantage. A test of strength between these two big men. I'm very interested to see who's going to come out on top on this one. I honestly believe that they match up so closely on this test of strength. That's what I was looking for. They match up so closely on test of strength, it's going to just be the man who takes the shortcut that's going to come out on top on this one. I think when he tried to kick that low blow on JT Anderson. I believe he caught a roll and didn't get him completely where he was aiming for, but he backed him over into the ropes, and Mr. D took care of it from there. We are coming to you from Legion Street Rec Center this week on the Cyberzone for EWC Wrestling. For all you Tennessee fans out there, the Legion Street Rec Center, naturally, is on Legion Street in Johnson City, Tennessee. EWC will be returning April 18th to the Legion Street Rec Center and for a big show, so you might want to go out and check that out. Bell time, I'm assuming, is 8 p.m. Now Stephen Dillinger taking over on JT Anderson. Got that foot in the throat and trying to collapse that windpipe, cutting off the airflow for JT Anderson. JT Anderson not in a very good position right there with Mr. D, as the referee is distracted by Stephen Dillinger. And that's something that is very common with War Inc. They're never at the ring alone. There's always somebody in the shadows watching in case they're needed. Mr. D is always, and Mr. D is not no small man. Like I said, he's a large man, and to be a manager, he's a powerful force to have outside that ring. Tall and lanky, I guess you could say, and he makes himself known outside that ring. It doesn't take him long to get involved in these matches, and like I said, War Inc. has always worked that way. They have a knack of distracting the referee while Mr. D does his business outside. Stephen Dillinger now working over the arm of JT Anderson, backs him into the corner, then hard shoulder tackles, shoulder blocks into the midsection. And I really don't know how much damage. I guess a smaller man than Stephen Dillinger wouldn't have a whole lot of effect on JT Anderson into the midsection like that. But Stephen Dillinger's got a lot of weight behind him. He's got a lot of power behind him. Now he's putting all that weight and power right on the back of the neck of JT Anderson, which has got to be, it's just got to be putting a lot of pressure on that spinal cord. Now Stephen Dillinger taking a little time to jaw with the fans, showing off those big muscles of his, those Hogan-like pythons that he carries that's hanging out of that shirt of his. Once again on the back of the neck with all that weight, just pushing JT Anderson's face and chest down into that mat. That's got to be taking its toll on the spinal cord and the lungs. It's a lot of pressure to be putting on those internal organs. You never know, you might get a little internal bleeding from that, from just the pressure. One of those ribs crack or a vertebrae. Looks like Stephen Dillinger has chosen to go right after the back of JT Anderson. Slammed him hard into that corner. Now JT Anderson outside the ring. Mr. D wasting no time stepping away. He's not the type of person to face a man face to face. He's going to wait till JT Anderson's back's turned, then he's going to do his dirty work. And it's like I said, Mr. D stalking JT Anderson around the ring now. JT rolling back in. Now Stephen Dillinger going back to work on the back of JT Anderson. Driving those knees hard. That's the same area where he had all that weight on him just a few minutes ago. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. With Mr. D just catches that referee not looking and then just shoves JT Anderson's back into that corner post. It's obvious that the strategy here for War Inc. is to work over the back of JT Anderson. And you know that J.D. Anderson, who, as many of you may or may not know, is the cousin of J.T. Anderson. He's had to have really schooled Stephen Dillinger on J.T.'s weaknesses, his strengths. I know he has a weakness for donuts, but I don't think it's going to make a difference in this match. But Stephen Dillinger, like I said, is going to work on J.T. Anderson, continuing to put the pressure on the back and the neck and the spinal cord right below the base of his skull, and it's got to keep him dizzy and out of sorts. Dillinger just not letting up on JT Anderson. Dillinger is I guess you could call him a wily veteran. He's been around this business for quite some time. He's made his way through the AIWF. He was in ZCW for a while, but he hasn't showed up back there in a while, and he was in what now has become Anarchy for a couple of shows. And as many of you may or may not know, Stephen Dillinger is a former AIWF heavyweight champion. He did win that title at Fright Night 2008 when it was three Rings of Doom. Oh, JT Anderson moving out of the way. Now he's got the advantage. Stephen Dillinger is down. JT Anderson going for a cover. Referee out of position. 1, 2. No, it was just a 2 count. Was it a 3 count? Was it a 3 count? I couldn't tell from this view. It looked like Mr. D tried to get around there to get that, to pull the referee out of the way. I'm not sure if it was a 2 count or a 3 count. JT Anderson continuing to work over Stephen Dillinger, but he's turned his attention to Mr. D now, which has got to be a mistake. Stephen Dillinger has the title. He hit him with that title bell. And see, the moment that Stephen Dillinger was at a disadvantage, he goes to the dirty tactics. Hey, I am Rick Diesel. I cannot. Oh! Right across the back. I can't hold it against the man for doing what he has to do to win. Like I was saying earlier, Stephen Dillinger, the former AIWF champion, he did win that title at Fright Night. However, he did lose it that same night, because many of you know at 3 Rings of Doom, the title did change hands about 5 times that night, and ended right back up on Jimmy Love, who's now a 2-time champion. But Stephen Dillinger, former champion, now the EWC Southeastern champion. But I'm not sure. Once again, the referee is still laying outside the ring. I'm not sure if we had a 3 count there or not. Stephen Dillinger is taunting JT Anderson. This may have to get sorted out back in the back. I mean, with the referee out, any count he may have made may be null and void. Mr. D has the title in his hands right now. Stephen Dillinger does have the title back. I didn't hear a bell ring. Fans, I don't know if you heard a bell ring. I don't think the referee had time to call for a bell before Mr. D pulled him out of the ring. I don't know. This looks like one's going to have to be sorted out, and we'll have to get back to you on this one. So as of right now, Stephen Dillinger walking away with the title.
sticky dreams will drive you apart. Get the fighting, got stronger, playing it all so much louder. Never gave up till the end, that is so proud. On street, song by song, he gave it all. It was more than the jungle, heart and soul in every word, settling down. No, there was. Now he's on the stage, playing hard. Got money and fame, playing hard. Cashing hits every day, playing hard. We'll take you away, playing hard.
Good Lord, Kevin. Look at that thing. Yo, Chris, come here. Look at this.
Oh, that's huge,
dude.
Man. That might be the biggest one I've ever seen.
Know,
Yeah.
right?
Look at this. Look. That's huge, man.
It's like a baby's arm, man.
Yeah,
I
know. That's nice, man. What can I say, guys? You know,
George, come check this out, man. Check that out.
You gotta see this.
What is all the... Oh my gosh.
That's right. It's the King's hot dog.
Yes, sir. It's a very good hot dog.
Oh yeah, the rumors are true. The King Dog, 14 inches of pure beef.
Secondhand Heroes and Home for Wayward Villains is a comic book shop and gaming store that also features Magic the Gathering and D&D. Located at 18184 Leesville Road in Evanston, Virginia, Secondhand Heroes is your one-stop shop for you to get your nerd on. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. They don't close until the dice stop rolling. They buy, sell, trade, barter, and haggle, specializing in collectible toys, both vintage and modern, comics, Magic the Gathering, video games, console, and arcade cabinets to play, all set to free play. Host your game night with us. Monday night D&D video game competitions, and so much more. Something for the collector and gamer in us all. Call 434-317-0121 or shoot us an email with any questions to secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. Note, secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. That's 2ND, handheroesva@gmail.com. Come game with us.
Welcome to the Cyberzone. This week on Cyberzone, we've got Dice versus DJ Hart for the #1 contendership for the Southern Heritage title at a Classic Championship Wrestling in Florida, North Carolina. Got Tim here, ladies and gentlemen, this week on the Cyberzone to call the action. And this is a studio voiceover just up front, just so you know. Doing this after the match took place. I'll tell you that in just a couple seconds. Dice making his return to Sparta, Smiley in the ring to call the match. Dice putting the neon green face paint on his ring. Dice is a member of
Introducing first, from the combat zone, weighing in tonight at 250 pounds, Chris Dice.
Dice got a little bit of the man behind him there this evening. Let's get the crowd behind him. It's being ranked the arrival of his opponent from Jacksonville, North Carolina. The rookie sensation is All-Star College, ladies and gentlemen. Making a name for himself in AIWF and all the affiliates. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Hart. But out in class, they got the chance to come to the #1 contender for Southern Heritage Championship. And fans at Southern Heritage Championship have been Steele, Lewis Moore. It is quite the
he hails from Jacksonville, North Carolina, weighing in tonight at 160 pounds, the Arrow, DJ Hart.
Chased after by Jimmy Love. Scotty Blaze made his appearance, Steve Ramsey. Quite a few gentlemen had made their appearance for the title. No one can take it off of Bush still, not even Lewis Moore.
Just wanted to let you know that number one contenders match for the Southern Heritage title, right here. Right here, you two. Whoa, 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 hold it. Hold it right there.
Where'd you get
What are you doing with the title?
Where's the guitar?
Tim, I have been walking around this building, around this town, all day. I've been looking for Lewis Moore because tonight I had my shot at that. You're right. Where's Lewis? Lewis couldn't make it. Lewis couldn't make it. But what? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have the name recognition for Lil Louis Moore, I guess. I'm not the Barbarian, huh? I'm not Ivan Cole. I'm not Jake the frickin' Snake Roberts or Jimmy Superfly Snooker, huh? No. Is that the problem? No. Is that the problem? There was family issues. Do I not have the name recognition for Lewis frickin' Moore to put that on the line against me? You want your title match tonight? Yeah, I want my title match. Dice, DJ Hart, you all want a number one contenders match? Tell you what, winner of you two takes on Stephen Hayes for the title right here tonight. That's working. I'm hanging against until Hayes. Lewis Moore is officially
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I told you it was a voiceover. There I was to the ring. Stephen Hayes taking the belt out of my hands, literally telling me that he wanted that belt. Lewis Moore nowhere to be seen. Lewis Moore had car trouble 30 minutes outside the ring, he said, in the mountains. Not sure what really took place there. No cell phone reception. He did call me the next day and tell me what happened. Sabotaged the car to a degree. Ladies and gentlemen, either which way, DJ Hart, Dice, number one contendership, actually turned into getting the title shot on against Stephen Hayes later on in the evening for the Classic Championship Wrestling Southern Heritage Championship, also known as the AIWF Classic. Dice taking the early upper hand in this match this evening. DJ Hart down the ground. DJ Hart is going to have to do DJ's a small guy. He's going to have to outmaneuver Dice, and he's going to have to put him on the mat. No other way. I also in the ring, he's going to work cut out by both men. Dice and DJ Hart back down to the ground, showing that he can't outpower DJ Hart. But taking his eyes off of his opponent, wrong move to do, as you see. Well, Hart not taking advantage of it. DJ Hart made a mistake. He should have taken Dice in that corner. Quick to behind, quick combination, only a one count. Let Dice know that he is there. Dice maybe lines.
Come on,
sure, I didn't see this angle.
Look at the Chester grin. Hold him.
He didn't pull nothing, yo. You ain't got nothing to pull.
You're right, I just shake my head.
Yeah, and I'll say that was a shot. At least he likes the ball.
Over the top one more time. Nice pass, DJ Hart into the corner. DJ Hart moves out of the way. What a hip toss by Hart. Another one by Hart on the Dice. And a nice drop kick implemented by DJ Hart on the Dice and sends Dice outside the ring. It's a very smart way to go here this evening. Keep Dice. If you keep the speed up in this match, be it DJ. Oh, what? Oh, over the top rope. Nice plunge over the top rope. Dice is down on the concrete outside. DJ Hart picking him back up, sending him back into the ring. What I was saying, fans, if DJ Hart can just keep moving fast and keep ahead of Dice, the big man will eventually get out. Physically, the big man was going to the big hand. Into a nice headlock down on the mat that Hart has on Dice. Smiley asking for the tap out there. Dice making his way back into his knees, now to his feet. Dice telling him back. Overhead suplex there. Hart is down on the mat. Dice, a former AIWF Tag Team Champion. With his partner, Street Wrestling Impact, both members of EWC out of Johnson, Tennessee. Nice Russian leg sweep. Sends DJ Hart back down on the mat. Nice cover. Only a 2 count.
2! Can you count? 2!
Dice arguing the call with referee Smiley. The face by Dice. Back to DJ Hart into the ropes. Nice speed for DJ Hart.
2! 3!
Finishing the 5 count on the chokehold. Dice sends Hart down to the mat.
Oh, come on! DJ, get up!
Nice submission maneuver by Dice. Pitfall counts there, only 1 counts. Dice trying to ground the athletic and aerial DJ Hart. Very smart move on behalf of Dice.
Come on, DJ!
Take out the leg. DJ Hart can drop. Dice in this matchup. DJ Hart, you've got to give the kid credit. He has the heart of a champion. He does have the heart. He's got the determination. He reminds me of a younger Justin Flash. And granted, Justin Flash is still a young gun, so to speak, but a couple of years back, you see that determination. DJ Hart's got a lot of those same characteristics. If he can just stay in the right path, AIWF Classic, we'll probably be seeing a lot more big things from DJ Hart in the Dice into a spin and her and Connor reverse that move on the Dice. DJ Hart back in the ropes. Nice springboard leg drop off the ropes. DJ Hart going for the cover. 2 count on Smiley. Hart almost had this match won. Hart just went back to the middle of the ring.
Forget them slow down!
Nice diving knee into the chest of Nice, another one. Going for the third. Oh, a nice spinning senton. Off the ropes. 2 count again. DJ Hart is weak in the
Come on, Sparta!
trying to get Trevor rally behind him. DJ Hart faces returns, so to speak, in this match. DJ Hart going to work with this leg now. Leg lock submission maneuver as well. One thing you can't out wrestling is the big man. Dice isn't going over there. Here's the experience of Dice coming to play with that kick to the head for DJ Hart. His way out of the move. Dice has been around the business for quite a few years. Second generation superstar as well. Supposedly make their way back up on their feet. DJ Hart going to work. Oh, drop kick to the leg. Sends the big man down again. And DJ Hart going right back to work on that leg. Nice. Snapmare on the leg. Good way to pull something out of socket.
Let's go for you, Sparta!
Get it over there!
Hart is going for the figure 4. Nice down in the middle of the ring. A nice submission maneuver. Nice veteran move by DJ Hart with a bookie. Smiley makes the 2 count. And there's another 2 count. Hart weakening that leg of Dice. Probably going to make Dice move over here for a minute. But it looks like Dice outpowers DJ Hart. Reverses the move. DJ Hart quick to break the move. Now we got roped in, down to the ring, roped the leg drop. One thing's for sure, the players of one of these guys are making this time around. And then their feet slowly. Dice into the corner. Oh! It's going to be a splash, and Dice counters with it. Takes a nice clothesline by Dice, sends DJ Hart down. Referee's calling for the count, but looks like we got a hit on the rope. right back against him. Dice hits a Guri kick onto the head of Dice. Dice is down. And DJ Hart capitalized to make this his match. Dive, what it will say. Stomach of Dice. That was DJ Hart. He's got the upper hand right now. He's going and just ends this match. The chops in the corner on the big man. This man to rest. Here's the dropped over the top rope, kind of in a hot shot.
Come on, DJ!
Caught himself doing a three. Dice down on the inside. DJ Hart trying to recoup on the outside, getting back into the ring. Hard into the section of Dice. Dice jumping leg drop over the top rope. Fans, this could be it. 2 count only.
Can you count faster?
Should have been the end of the match. Again, not getting the leg, not covering that leg. But once again, you got to give him credit. He is a rookie and he is still learning. But I tell you what, he's done so far on the learning process. It's like Dice going with the snap man with the flip. Only a 2 count for the big guy.
Can't you count,
Sonny? After that 2 count.
Keep doing faster. My grandma counts faster than you do.
And into that head kickback advantage. It looks like in this match, once yet again, since Dice hit the ropes, kick. What do we got? A pedigree. DJ Hart with the pedigree. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe this match is over. DJ Hart is the #1 contender. Well, let me change that. Alpha Omega, Stephen Hayes is the #1 contender for the Southern Heritage title. But he's going to be facing DJ Hart here tonight. Now you see Stephen Hayes coming to the ring with that belt still in tow. That he holding the belt. He's not the champion, but he does have possession of the belt at this point.
That championship goes home with me.
Yeah.
Into the ring. Dice quick to get out of the ring.
Nice try, baby. Just not good enough.
Southern Heritage Championship. How important it is in this wrestling business right now in the AIWF and the AIWF Classic. Not touching him, walking away, being the man about it. Both men meeting later tonight in the finals.